here is the deck list. I called it, very fittingly, Exodia's number. But yeah. So this deck is basically an Exodia deck. So a lot of cards to draw, to redraw, etc. But since you still need something to, well, defeat your enemy, or just something to defend yourself, I went for the Numerion, because they're just a bit brain dead. Because you literally just need the network or the wall to get the network, and then everything is pretty much going. But yeah, so the cards are obviously the right leg, the left leg, the right arm, and the left arm, as well as that. The forbidden one. And then 3 times the Numerion wall, just to get the Numerion network. 3 times card D to just draw cards. Then Raigeki, which is pretty much in all of my decks. Swords of Revealing Light is in most of my decks. Harpy's Feather Dust in all of my decks. Card Destruction in a lot of my decks. Monster Reborn, I don't know why. It's just here, I guess. Then Pot of Everest. If I somehow lose one of the pieces, then I can get it back. Magical Mallet, or Mallet, pretty obvious. If you fuck up, or you have a bad hand and you get this one, just change it. Allure of Darkness. If you have the wall multiple times, or a piece, and you are willing to sacrifice, you can do it with these and draw 2 cards. Then Cup of Ace. This is my... yeah, I don't know. This can backfire hard, but it can help as well. So either you draw 2 cards or your opponent. And card advantage in this game is ridiculously powerful, so this is a wild card, literally. 1 Day of Peace. He can't fucking damage me, and I can draw a card. Then Memories of Hope. Draw cards equal to the number of XYZ monsters with different names you control. It's pretty obvious. I get my Numerion network onto the field, activate Numerion Calling, get 4 monsters, activate the card, draw 4 cards. I used the Numerion archetype already once for my God deck with Slifer and Obelisk. But yeah, so it's a pretty good archetype to just draw cards. And obviously Exodia needs drawing cards, so it can help. Then Lightning Storm, very good card. Basically combines Raigeki and Harpy's Feather Dust, depending on what you need. The problem is, if you have a network on the field, this card is useless. Because you are not allowed to have face-up cards. Sorry. Then the Numerion Calling. As I said, if you have a network on the field, you can use this card to summon all the boys. Then Burial from Different Dimension is basically just to recover my Allure of Darkness sacrifices. So if I decide to get rid of one of the Exodia pieces, I can just get them back into the graveyard, get them back with this into the deck, and then perhaps even draw them with the 2 draws. But yeah, that's the gamble. And then, yeah, discard 1 card, destroy 2, pretty basic. Mirror Force, in my opinion, needs to be in every deck, at least once, because this card can really save your ass. Torrential Tribute. Since I don't summon a lot, I can just intervene the enemy and without having to fear that I lose anything. Because the thing is, if you get your Numerion monsters on the field, let's say it's first turn, you can't even attack, you just have all 4 on the deck, as in the duel previous to this little analysis. You get rid of them and get this boyo. And this boyo in itself isn't really good, but the effect obviously for each XYZ monster in your graveyard, I think. Blah 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 blah, you can special summon this card, then blah 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 blah, yeah, here. Then if Numerion network is in your field, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the combined attack of all banished XYZ monsters. Since the first time you banish 3 monsters, yeah, it's 3000. And if you do it again, oh my, do it again, then it's 6000 damage, which is pretty much an easy kill. So most of the time you don't have cards on your field anyway, so you can just wipe the field. And then defensive draw. Because a lot of people predict destroying effects, which they can annoy, which they can annoy. That makes perfect sense. which they can counter, which they can ignore, or just have a way around it. Like, your monster gets destroyed, you just summon it back with some sort of effect. But with this, you just don't take damage, and you draw a card. So yeah, what you gonna do about that? So and then the main boys are number 1, Ekam, what is that, a Dive? No, DVE, Trini, Katvari, what the fuck are these names? I don't know. And then this one? Sunyo! Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I have this card here as well, but to be honest, I have absolutely no fucking idea how to get this into the deck. Like, I do not know. I am in confusion. But yeah, this is the deck. Maybe you can use it. It's not a typical one of your weird meta decks, because I don't use them. I hate meta decks. So, it's a fun deck. You can try it out. Yeah, meh.